What is up, my fellow future billionaires? XRP to the moon. Before clicking on this record button, I had a quick look at the price and it's at $2.80 at the moment. It kind of made me think, just this morning, it was down to $2.70 something. And I had a quick look at social media, right? And have you seen these guys on X? They're really struggling to cope with XRP's sudden rise. You see people talking about, people buying the top. People don't realize what market cap is. They don't understand what price is. Basically, there's a little circle. I don't want to call it a circle jerk, but there's like an echo chamber, whatever, that's developed, right? Where these guys are messaging each other publicly and openly coping. I hope that behind the scenes that some of these guys have actually availed themselves of the golden ticket, right? And not just sort of coping themselves, hoping that something else will fail. But this is another thing I don't understand with, this crypto sphere, yeah? Why is it that we get so tribalistic and then hope others fail? Is it just so we can say we were right? I mean, why would someone, let's say you're Solana maximalist. I don't know if that's even a thing, but let's say you're a big Solana fan, right? Why would you be rooting for XRP to fail? Would it not be better if both Solana and XRP both just succeed, right? I mean, what's it to you if somebody that lives out in the middle of nowhere, people that you don't even know, right? I mean, what's it to you if they make it, especially if you also make it and you both make it? You have no idea who these people are. You have no idea, what their daily lives are, what their struggles are. But because you're in this sort of arbitrary, tribe of people holding some token, you spend your entire life hating on them and their token. It's a weird tribalistic nature that human beings that we have. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. One of my favorite phrases. The fact is, we are going to the moon, and if you hold XRP, then you are coming to the moon with us. Now, this is the thing. Emphasis on hold, because there is a big danger looming, actually, that I want to talk about. Now, again, if you're just a holder and you're sitting on your arms, or your hands rather, doing absolutely nothing, then you're in prime position to enjoy what it is that is coming. If you, on the other hand, are playing dangerous games, then you might be making a killing right now, yes, but there might be a little reckoning coming. And there are two reasons for it that I'm going to talk about in this video. The first problem is Bitcoin. See, Bitcoin has been quiet for a little bit. I don't know if you noticed, it's been moving sideways. And as a result, the profits from that have been trickling down to other cryptos. It's why one of the reasons anyway, why we're seeing a few alts really take off, especially those who are large cap, right? Now, you've probably heard that there's an outgoing president in the United States, an outgoing administration. And it is almost customary in the United States that whoever is going, especially if the administration coming, well, it has to be, doesn't it? The new administration is often of a different party. And what they try to do is they try to ruin it for the next party, throw a lot of sawdust in their engine so that they don't outperform them, so that they have a chance of coming back. And, they did it to him when he started. So fair dues to him that he's trying to do as much as possible to ruin the economy for the person coming after him. Now, the problem with this is, of course, that these guys are not working for you. So it doesn't matter if you're on the left or right. The left or the right, the person who's there at the moment isn't really working for you, right? They're working for themselves, or, they're working for the big banks, big corporations, whatever. So we've seen the massive chunk of Bitcoin that was moved to Coinbase, which is causing a lot of FUD at the moment. Now, I'm not saying that this is going to happen, but there's a fair chance that they might just dump the Bitcoin just so when Biden's on his way out. I mean, look at what he's done. He's doing some crazy things with his last orders. Pardon his own son, kept in the family. Now, if you're a big fan of his, like I'm not American, so I don't really care either way. Ask yourself this. What about those fathers whose children have been unduly and unfairly prosecuted and found guilty of something, serving time in prison? As CZ of Binance said, he met a lot of those guys in prison. Who's going to pardon them? Just something to think about. So there's a bit of FUD going on that something drastic might happen. You know, Gary Gensler, Biden, all those guys might do something drastic just to ruin the whole crypto thing, because crypto guys and this whole crypto thing is a major part of Trump's promises and what he's planning to do with the US economy. So things are rallying all over the place because the United States is preparing to take their crypto back, effectively, make crypto great again. So one thing that the outgoing administration can do is make that not so nice. The second one, which concerns most people directly, of course, is leverage. So at this point, with everything going up the way it is, a lot of people are making a killing, and FOMO and euphoria is setting in. And when that happens, people get extremely greedy and start to throw those 10x's, those 20x's, 50x's, 100x's, and believe it or not, 125x's. I've even seen a 150x at some point. I was looking around, I looked at the system, right? You know, there are some platforms that you can use to see what leverage is in the system. And good Lord, there's a lot of it. And if I can see it, you know very well that the whales can also see it. The exchanges can see it. And it's slightly unsustainable at the moment, the way it's going. So we may see a big dip, unfortunately. I'm talking a proper 20% wick, maybe even a 30% wick in BTC. Because now we have the FUD of, you know, is the US going to sell? And, you know, the whales have the incentive to dump because of the leverage. The exchanges have the incentive because of the money they're going to make from the liquidations. So it may well happen. But as this morning has proven, every dip in XRP is very quickly eaten up by people that know what's going to happen in the very near future, right? Imminent future. As such, I am scouring around for dry powder and just waiting for this massive wick so that I can capitalize for the final time before we surge up to crazy heights. Now, when is that going to happen? I can't really tell you for sure, but it's mounting. The leverage is getting very dangerously high. Like, obviously, if you're just a hodler and you're just holding, then you have nothing to worry about, because yes, you might see your balance reduce. So 1 minute you're $999,000, you're $1 away from being a millionaire, and suddenly you wake up in the morning and yes, you have $700,000. Seems like a massive loss, but it really isn't. It's unrealized. All you have to do is continue doing what you've been doing this whole time, which is absolutely nothing. Not financial advice, doing your own research, of course. Who knows, maybe you have some dry powder you may want to maybe indulge, so that when it goes back up, you finally find yourself crossing that $1 million mark. Obviously, that's not everybody. Some of you guys, you know, are crossing your first 10,000. Some of you are crossing your first 20,000. Some of you are crossing your first 100,000. Everyone is different. Everyone's situation is different. As long as, you know, you make the gains, you capitalize on it when the time comes, then we're all happy. Sorry if my breath is a little bit erratic, if I'm a bit breathless. I've been walking really briskly this morning. I'm trying to get a lot of fitness in because I'm going to need my health to enjoy all of this money. Also, you know, I want to get better at running so I can get away from all of my family members that are going to come out of the woodwork, people I haven't seen in 30 years, who are going to be suddenly related to me when I'm a billionaire. No financial advice. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.